Alright, we're going to do this video on 2SM2C parenthesis 2, as is another M200 template. If you saw my video for 9-Day Wonder, I did get a couple things wrong in that, and I had posted the comment that Makiki made there that has all the corrections in it. And for this video, I did do everything correctly. We're going to review some things. So from the last thing, this is the M200 HW rules. You can read these for yourself if you like. But I have these set up. 200% difficulty, random versus random. You get a free restart on mirror and medium monsters. That's what I made the mistake before. I did not put my monsters on medium. Anyway, so I have two generated templates that we're going to take a look at. And since I have shot this video before and didn't have sound, I know a little bit more about it than I did before, so I can point out some things. So this on this template there are so also let me bring up the template editor real quick so we can that gives you a better idea of what this template is. So you can see 6 zones. There are 2 treasure zones and 2 expansion biomes, which have mines in them. So yeah, in this template, there's only 4 castles, 4 cities or whatever you want to call them. You're starting one here in your starting biome, and then the expansion. And in this case of this one, you got so it's guarded by an easy guard generally. So here's your easy guard, here's that, and then you've got harder guards. So there is a guard between you and your opponent. There's actually 2 guards on this particular one because there's also down here there is a green template which leads to here. So those are your guards for that. You've got the Freed Sultans, which I would probably never actually try to break on this template. I would definitely go for these monks instead. And your opponent might think that they can get to you and go through this swordsman and then come out here and turn right back around because they see the Sultan of Freeds. So anyways, and then yeah, so expansion zone and then treasure zones. There's 2 treasure zones. A lot of the time with this generation, the treasure zones will actually be combined, and there'll be like a mountain barrier in between them. With this generation, that is not the case. They are actually broken into 2 physically different treasure zones. And let's look at some of the stuff in there, so just give you guys an idea of what might be here. So the biggest thing I noticed from looking at this before is that if you break the treasure zone here, this could be fairly easily accessible to possibly get you just training grounds week 2, which might actually catapult you into some of the stuff, maybe even this hive, get some stuff there. And then here's the other treasure zone. In this particular one, you also have access to this one through here. That portal is here. Your opponent does not have a portal, so in this generation, they are a little bit of disadvantage because they have to break through the ground zone, although their guard is really easy for this treasure zone. And then their guard for this treasure zone is wolves. And we actually have 2 breaks into this treasure zone because we have one here as well. And this one is in, ooh, actually, no, and they have also, sorry, they do have 2. They also have this one, the stronger one from their own biome. This one is from the secondary biome, which is the same thing that we have, because we have the satyrs and the nulls. Although I would say I would much rather fight satyrs than 100 plus marksmen. Probably not fight that. This is generally a pretty quick game. Think of it as like a poor Jeebus Cross, but instead of just having 1 treasure zone, there are 2, and you might be able to get into theirs. And almost like a mirror Jeebus, except for the fact that it's obviously not a mirror template, but it has some parallels actually to a mirror Jeebus, just because there's a portal to your opponent, and you can get into their treasure zone sometimes before they can. And then let's look at this one. This one is a snow. Snow, I don't know if it's just me or if snow has more gold drops in it, or it's just that's the way that it's been for me. But there's quite a bit of gold here. In this one, we have a portal which is going to go to, let's see, I have not looked at this one. So it goes to an undead, um, and has a crypt in it. So that's pretty cool. And then treasure zone, block here on the ground, and let's see, we should have here. And so you see you have access to two different ones. Um, is there a portal in our? Yes, there is. This is probably, well, that could be, yeah, that looks like a treasure zone portal, so let's see if we can find that thing. Hmm, I'm not seeing it. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. No, okay, so that actually is to them. Interesting. Um, and then this is their biome. Um, Obviously that's not what you want. Okay, their guard is much harder than ours actually. This is their easy block to their expansion, and then Manticore's down here to our biome. Um, in this case, the main biomes are not always connected. So as you can see, the layout can be very different from template to template, although this is a very simple template. And this is what I was talking about earlier too. With this is the split, the conjoined treasure zones. So you can see there's a mountain range, or well, it's not mountain range, it's a forest, but it goes across in here that separates the two. But they are right next to each other. And also this one's weird because it's broken up by a portal biome, which is not always the case. A lot of times, this treasure zone will be stuck all the way in the corner. Um, so, anyways, let's see how this one goes. Also, I had it selected random versus random, whatever, all that. So like it's supposed to be. In this particular case, ooh, man, I guess I really want to get my Gremlins upgraded turn one, even though it's kind of weak. It is also very good. So looks like we got resources as our bonus. Okay, well, this is still fine. This is still fine. Hopefully we get a decent sized. Ooh. I could really read that many of them. Okay, that seems fine to me. Um, I don't really want to lose these though. I'm gonna leave them here. Let's go like this. I guess I don't even really want to take these. Take one. This is a great starting hero, by the way, especially on this template. I would say less so on some other templates, but having the ballista, having magic arrow, having tactics is just you need every advantage you can get on one of these templates, especially with randoming heroes. I feel like I random one of these stronger heroes. I could random for tower. Uh, Click too fast, doesn't matter though. Okay. Maybe we should try it for this gold stack, but I wanted to see this because I had a 1 out of 3 chance to get a free level. So I definitely would have liked to have that. But overall, this is not a bad turn one. We didn't really get a lot of information here, but you're not really going to get a lot of information turn one. Not unless you're able to get enough gold to buy a third hero. But this doesn't seem bad. We definitely wouldn't 1-1-1 this. Maybe should have checked the black tower as well. That would have been another thing that maybe we could have done turn one. I would not probably. I wouldn't do it with this army, but I could do it next turn if I buy the rest of my gremlins. Should be able to do it if it's red or green. All right. Well, I think that's going to conclude my video here, and hopefully this helps you guys if you guys want to try this template out.